Guys, welcome to Play Infinite, and in this video I'm going to be talking about some ice cream sandwich updates that have came out to phones, as well as some updates that are coming out to phones. This includes Samsung devices, HTC devices, Sony devices, LG devices, ASUS, Acer, and a couple more. So those are the main three: Samsung, HTC, and Sony. I'm going to be covering all three of those in detail. So let's get started with Samsung, and then move down to Sony, and then go down a bit more to ASUS and these other companies, including LG. So let's start it. All this is part of Play Infinite's ice cream sandwich update. I made a couple of videos before talking just about Sony's Xperia line of phones getting ice cream sandwich update, which is very detailed. So don't forget to check out that video. Subscribe to Play Infinite, and also check out our Samsung ice cream sandwich update videos, which I made also at our channel. So check that out. Subscribe to Play Infinite for more of these videos. So now let's get started. So available columns on the left, coming soon columns on the right, so you can just basically you can read it for yourself, but I'm going to highlight a couple things. One thing that you'll definitely notice when you look at this is that there are tons of Galaxy devices under the available column right there, because the thing is, most of these devices are for Canada, and they're not really for United States or any other countries just yet. It's mostly only for Canada, because Samsung just recently pushed out an update for Canadian owners of like Galaxy devices, including Nexus devices. The problem is that for my device, it's actually still under the carrier branding, so which means I still didn't get my update for the Galaxy Tab 10.1 yet. So that's kind of unfortunate, but we can't really do anything about it. Obviously, you can root it, you can debrand it, and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't want to do that with my tablet. So anyways, these are all the devices that are now available with Ice Cream Sandwich Android 4.0 for Samsung. So these are devices that are going to get Ice Cream Sandwich. Again, we don't know when specifically, so sorry, I don't have that information. I don't think anyone has that information except for Samsung itself, unless they decide to release it. It's all like internal there, so hopefully it gets released, I would think, by the end of third quarter this year. I don't know. Hopefully it does. But anyways, these are the devices. So you see a lot of AT&T. So this stands for T-Mobile. This stands for Verizon Wireless. So it's for the unlocked version. So these updates are coming soon for the unlocked version as well as the Verizon version. So that's something to note there. So basically, Galaxy tabs, Galaxy phones, all that good stuff is there. So now let's move on to HTC. Okay, so this is HTC's list, which you can definitely notice a big difference between HTC's and Samsung's. But one thing to note is, remember, most of the Samsung devices were for Canadian owners. Most people didn't even get it yet, so that's something to note there. Anyways, HTC devices, we do have the Sensation series of devices all with the Ice Cream Sandwich update already, along with the Vivid and the Velocity 4G for Australia. So these are actually for US. I would assume that these are for world. So these two are for the worldwide versions. Here it's for the US and wherever T-Mobile is available and stuff like that. So now let's move on to coming soon. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. Coming soon. So these are the entire list of devices that will be getting Ice Cream Sandwich Android 4.0 with HTC. So one thing I forgot to mention over at the Samsung was that it'll feature TouchWiz 4.0, like the sorry, not TouchWiz 4.0. It'll feature TouchWiz, whether it's 3.0 or 4.0. Those devices will feature TouchWiz. HTC's devices will obviously feature HTC Sense UI. So along with Android Ice Cream Sandwich, it's just like a skin on top of it. So these are the devices that are coming soon. So now let's jump on right over to Sony. So Sony's been making some pretty good strides last year with their Xperia devices. They've been promising nice updates, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. So right now there's only 4 devices that are getting the Ice Cream Sandwich update. Of course, this is so much better than Sony's previous update history, which I'm kind of liking Sony's phones now. The only reason before I didn't pick up Sony's phones was due to the awful update cycle, but now it seems like they've changed and they're actually getting to update their devices, and you can see most of their devices are still under coming soon, but that's kind of a good thing still. That goes with all the companies. At least you guys are getting Ice Cream Sandwich. And for a fact, I know Sony's Ice Cream Sandwich updates, they're rolling it out, so all these devices should get it within the next couple of months, maybe 2 or 3 months. Among the devices that are available, there's the Xperia Ray, the Xperia Arc S, which is a newer version of the Xperia Arc, which is right here, the Xperia Neo V, again, newer version of the Xperia Neo, and the Sony Tablet S. All have Ice Cream Sandwich Android 4.0, along with some Sony skins on it. Of course, they don't really have a name for it. People just say it's a Timescape UI. It's not really called Timescape UI, so I'm not going to say that. So it's just a Sony Android Ice Cream Sandwich skin UI, I guess. Anyway, so at the right there, you have the list of devices that are getting Ice Cream Sandwich coming soon. These are all confirmed by Sony. So there's the Xperia S, which just released, all the way down to like the Tablet P, and it kind of continues all the way down to Live with Walkman. Also, Sony's devices, that actually the entire Xperia range last year is going to be getting Ice Cream Sandwich, including like the Xperia Mini series as well. So this is a lot different than what Samsung and HTC are doing, because Sony is actually for once releasing Ice Cream Sandwich to all their Xperia devices, all of 2011, which is really nice to see. And it's really nice for people that own the Xperia Arc, for example, or even the Xperia Play, and are hoping to get in the Ice Cream Sandwich action. So that's that. Sony's doing a fairly good job. They're third place right now in terms of devices available. But honestly, I wouldn't say Samsung's first place, because it's mostly only for Canadians, and most of the world didn't get it yet. When we talk about this, we should talk about majority. And in that sense, HTC is first. Sony is right here with their global devices, and then there's Samsung with their Canadian devices. And then you'll see. And now let's move on to LG. I meant, let's move on to Motorola and then LG. So here's a very, very short list. The only Motorola device that has Ice Cream Sandwich at 4.0 Android at the moment right now is the Motorola Zoom Wi-Fi version, and this is only for the United States. So Motorola is definitely not doing a good job here with their Ice Cream Sandwich updates, even though they've been bought out. Motorola Mobility is being bought out by Google, so it's kind of odd there. But of course, the buyout happened not too long ago, so that didn't really give them enough time and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really expect too much from that partnership right now. So anyways, coming soon, Motorola does have a lot of devices that are getting it. Not as much as Sony's Xperia line. Not every single Motorola device is getting it, but most of them are. So they're all listed there for you. Among them is like most of them are Verizon, of course. And then there's some AT&T, some global versions, some China models unlocked, all that good stuff there. So now let's move on to some LG. Life's not really looking too good for LG owners. I only said that because LG stands for Life's Good, as you guys probably know. But anyways, there's no devices right now that are have been upgraded to an Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich, which is a really, really, really bad call here on LG's part. They should have really at least upgraded the main devices, such as the Optimus LTE, or even some of the older devices that really deserve the Ice Cream Sandwich updates, such as like the Optimus 3D, or even like the Optimus Black. These devices should have Ice Cream Sandwich already, because they came out a long time ago, and I really expect them to have it out already. But I don't know why LG hasn't seen the need to release Ice Cream Sandwich updates just yet, and it's only going to get worse, because LG said that most of their devices are getting Ice Cream Sandwich updates in the third quarter of 2012, which is definitely behind all the other manufacturers. Some devices will get upgraded by late July. However, most of them will be updated by the third quarter of 2012. I forgot to mention with the Motorola. Motorola has their Moto Blur, I believe, UI. LG, of course, they have their custom UI as well. I forgot what it was called. Was it the Optimus UI or something like that? I know they use the Optimus UI for the Optimus phones. I'm not sure what they use for the rest of their line of phones. But anyways, so there's a lot of LG devices that are getting the update, all listed there. So I would say LG is the one with the most planned. I don't know. I think Sony and Xperia and LG are kind of tied here with the coming soon list. Of course, Sony actually has devices already upgraded, but anyways, I don't know why LG is not pushing it out. So there's all the devices for you to look at. Hopefully you guys get your update soon. So now let's move on to a couple of other miscellaneous companies. When I say miscellaneous, I just mean that they don't really have a huge market share just yet, but I'm just going to mention them, like ASUS, Acer, and so on. So here's the last part of our video. So there's ASUS, I really don't know how to pronounce this, Hawaii or Hawaii, I don't know, what is it, Hawaii, so whatever, that company, and then Acer and Arco. So these are a couple of other companies that have Ice Cream Sandwich already. So these are tablets. For the most part, I think all of these are actually tablets. I don't know. Yeah, I think most of these are tablets. I don't know. Actually, yeah, this is a tablet as well. So all these tablets have ice cream sandwich updates. Android 4.0 already coming soon. There are a couple of devices. Such here, I would highlight the Toshiba Thrive line of tablets. They're really nice. Of course, they're really expensive as well, but they're also very, very thin. So there's also the Panasonic Aluga. I think that's the first time Panasonic's entering the mobile what is it, the mobile tablet world. Anyways, don't quote me on that though. So there's like Pantech, Mizu, all these companies that are going to be getting ice cream sandwich updates. For the most part, that concludes my video. Thank you for watching this very, very in-depth ice cream sandwich update video. I put it all into one, so there's like Samsung, Sony, HTC, Acer, LG, what is it, ASUS. I covered Pantech, like I covered all these companies. So don't forget to subscribe to Play for more news and more updates on ice cream sandwich updates. So subscribe to Play for Android 5 4.0 updates. Of course, I'm even starting my Android 5.0 coverage now here at Play Infinite. If you check out my channel, I even have I think I have two videos about Android 5.0. I just made one, like I would say, yeah, I think yesterday, but it really depends on when you're watching this video. So I made one video on May 16th or something about Android 5.0 and like 5 Nexus devices. So check that video out at my channel, and I have nothing else to say. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave your comment or question down below in the comment section. I will reply to it as soon as I possibly can. I'm getting a lot of comments nowadays, so it's kind of hard for me to keep up with you guys, but I will reply to them, just not immediately. So thank you for watching. I usually reply to comments as fast as I can, and I'll see you in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe to PlayFinit. Later.